Around 5000 BC, we Homo sapiens were genetically modified by space aliens. These aliens first landed where the river Euphrates enters the Persian Gulf. The reason they landed first in this area is of high concentration of what is called monoatomic gold found in seawater, while nowadays the highest concentration is found on the islands of Hawaii. The aliens were members of the Anunnaki Empire and were on the quest to find this metal that is supposed to enhance and repair all bodily functions and stop the body from aging. Monoatomic gold is what is called a superconductive metal. Superconductivity means that if you transport, for example, electricity through a line made of this material, you would not lose any energy as a result of heat dissipation. So if you input 100% of energy, you also output 100% of energy. Now apply this principle to your brain, which is a huge sensitive electrical machine. The monoatomic gold makes your neural pathways act like quantum drive superhighways. This means that all your senses will receive input optimally. In turn, these inputs will be processed optimally, and those parts of the brain you don't use will become more active, so enhancing your memory, making you better understand problems, allowing you to sense evil, detecting lies, becoming telepathic, and even being able to time travel in your mind by seeing the past or the future. The chemistry and physics of monoatomic elements describes the characteristics of these elements, which have come to be known as the precious metals. These 8 metals include ruthenium, rhodium, palladium, and silver, known as the light platinum group, osmium, iridium, platinum, and gold, known as the heavy platinum group. These 8 transition group elements can, in a monoatomic, superdeformed, high spin, and low energy state, lose the chemical reactivity and metallic nature, thereby resulting in a state of superconductivity, a resonant condition complete with Meissner magnetic field. S-Cooper pairs, and electrons which have literally changed into light, i.e. photons. These precious metals have the unique ability to remain stable in a monoatomic form, which can then lead to effects ranging from levitation, weight losses, to zero-point energy applications, to fundamental biological and/or human physiological effects. Of particular importance is the fact that all of these precious metals have a strong affinity for and are almost always found in the natural state in combination with gold. Gold, in turn, has a history of being the most precious of all commodities. A spiritual tradition which has survived countless generations. For example, the 2nd chapter of the book of Genesis, King James Version, describes the creation of the heavens and the earth, its population with plants, animals, and herbs, the creation and installation of man in the Garden of Eden, and the appearance from out of the ground of the tree of life and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. The Bible then quickly informs us that that's gold in them that heals. And the gold of that land is good. There is beryllium and the onyx stone. Genesis chapters 2 to 12. On the scale of creating heaven, earth, Eden, mankind, and so forth, why is gold suddenly such a priority? If the science of the ORME is correct, gold, along with rhodium and iridium, and potentially the other precious metals, may in fact be the tree of life. Alchemy books talk about the white powder of gold, the food of the gods, a substance derived from yellow gold, but which has been transformed into a white powder upon reaching its monoatomic state. This is the same form, and may be equivalent to the same process by which David Hudson found all 8 of the monoatomic precious metals. For the alchemists, the master work was to prepare the elixir of life, beryllium, and the philosopher's stone, onyx stone, or in more anecdotal, traditional terms, transmute lead into gold. In the quest to accomplish this noble work, the alchemists of old taught that the key to success was to divide. 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 The implication of this advice is that only in freeing the atoms of an element from the confines of its crystalline-like metallic structure of many atoms of the same or diverse elements, could one hope to achieve the alchemist's esoteric goal. In effect, the alchemists were apparently attempting to reach the monoatomic form of the gold and the other precious elements, even if they might not have described the process as such. Hudson has also connected the ORME with the Hebrew tradition of the manna, manna also thought to be the white powder of gold. Curiously, manna means literally, "What is it?" This phrase is found repeated over and over again in the Egyptian Book of the Dead, the Papyrus of Ani. The historical and philosophical implications thus include the ORME as part of the Melchizedek priesthood and the metallurgical foundry at Qumran, where the Essenes were located.